Hey, AS level geniuses, welcome back. So today I'm going to be running through a little revision plan that I think we can create from Feb 29th to March 3rd for your physics MCQ paper in AS level happening this year, 2024. Okay, so a quick disclaimer before I get into the actual schedule. This revision timetable is something that I'm personalizing for people who are just too lazy, the boards are around the corner, but I'm not feeling productive, or I want a confidence boost, then this video is for you. And this schedule may not work for everyone, or some parts of the schedule may not work for everyone. So really, that's the biggest disclaimer here. So other than that, let me get into it. So AS level physics has the syllabus code 9702 and the multiple choice questions. The paper has 40 questions, and from I think 2020-ish onwards, you have a timing of 1 hour 15 minutes. Previously, it was just an hour. But I highly suggest practice the paper from 35 to 40 minutes. Now, at first, this will be really difficult to do, but after like a good 4 or 5 papers, you should be able to get around this timing when you practice your papers. 35 to 40 minutes. And it doesn't matter if you haven't finished all of the questions. Don't get discouraged. As you keep going on, you'll really start feeling good about being able to finish in this time period. You can even extend this to 50 minutes, doesn't matter. 35 to 50 minutes. In the beginning, 50, and then maybe slowly reduce it, but don't go over 50 minutes. Don't go close, don't even touch 1 hour. Just start a timer, do a paper, and once the timer stops, hands off. And if you haven't finished some questions, you can go ahead and continue those questions. Or what I usually do is I just leave it. See how many questions I've done and correct those questions, and then look back at the questions that I haven't answered. But yeah, so highly, highly suggest this. And then, okay, let's get into what I've written here. So when it comes to Feb 29th, what I called review and reflect day is basically exactly what it says. Review the concepts or things that you've previously done and reflect. Figure out where you want to improve or what you think you want to do to improve. Do you want to go through the concepts again? Do you want to just do past papers and sort of figure out timings, fix the timings, all of that. So it doesn't matter if you haven't studied until now. If you have procrastinated, that is totally fine. Just make sure you don't continue to do that. And so that's why I've put Feb 29th as review and reflect day. See if you can fit in some past papers here. See if you can just motivate yourself to continue doing some past papers for the next, it's just 3 days, guys. It's just 3 days. March 4th is the exam. So I'm pretty sure you guys can pull through some past papers for the next 3 days, right? So March 1st and March 2nd, I'm going to block here because it's sort of the same routine that you can follow. So that is finishing all of 2023. Well, not exactly all of 2023. So there's the March series in 2023, the winter series, and the summer series. Summer is May, June, winter is October, November. Yeah. So these are the variants. You've got 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1, 3. Again, 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1, 3. So choose. So there are a few ways to go about this. You could either choose the winter series or the summer series as a whole. So say I choose the summer series as a whole. So I'm not going to do any of these papers on March 1st and March 2nd. Or you could take the winter series as one block, or you can remix. You feel like you don't want to do the winter 1-1 and the summer 1-1 and 1-2, then block that out of the way. So it really depends on you and what you feel like or what you want to do. But let's just, for easier calculation purposes and for easier explanation of this 4 papers plus 4 papers thing that I've written here, I'm just going to take the summer as a block to save for March 3rd. So if you save that for March 3rd, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 papers remaining. I suggest you don't leave just one variant for March 3rd. Leave a few, it's okay. It'll really push you on the last day to do all 3 papers. So you'll feel a little more confident on exam day, because the previous day you've done 3 whole papers for practice, right? So finish the rest of the papers, and that's the first 4 papers. Then what I have, this +4, is any additional papers. If you feel, just think about your intuition, trust your intuition when it comes to these 4 papers. Do you feel like 2022 variant 1, 3, October, November? Or if you don't have any intuition, and you really don't have any idea of what to do, then you can obviously use a random picker wheel, spin wheel generator online. I know I've done that quite a few times. So that's something you can do as well. Okay. Now, that's about all I have to say for this plan over here. Now we come to the confidence boosting part of this video. So March 4th, it's the big day. So here you stuck to your plan. Oops, stuck to your plan. And you're gonna manifest it on March 4th, on the big day. So here, wake up in the morning, right? And you feel fresh, you feel good, you slept well. On March 3rd, you just did 3 papers, but you did a whole 3 papers and you corrected it. You know, every single place that you made an error, you've learned from all the other papers that you've done. A total of 8 papers in 3 days. That's pretty good. Of course, if you can do more, please do more. But even otherwise, these papers should be pretty good as last-minute study, last-minute revision. You know all of the concepts that you need to know. And that's the most important thing to think about before the exam, that you know all the concepts. There's nothing in the paper that you don't know. You just have to think slightly creative in some questions. Now, you wake up, you get ready, but you do not give yourself the time to feel the nerves rushing in, right? So you make sure that you have something to do, And so you could go through a past paper, you could just skip through papers that you've done and tell yourself, hey, I've done a lot of past papers, I've got this. Close your eyes and envision how your exam is going to be great. For less than 30 seconds, if it's going to make you feel overwhelmed, then just do that for 30 seconds. Or if it makes you feel better, more than 30 seconds, feel free to do whatever you want. Then, as controversial as it might sound, watch YouTube. Now, here's where I'll try and explain myself. Not any kind of YouTube video. the kind that makes you feel confident about the exam. When you look through someone solving something and maybe you already know the concept, then that might give you a confidence boost. If you look at someone giving you tips about the AS level or the A level exams, that might make you feel confident in a way. Just make sure that you feel ready the morning of March 4th because it is a PM session. If you still feel underprepared, then you can't go through more past papers. There's enough time to do that. You can still have the chance of waking up early on March 4th because you'll probably get a good amount of sleeping well on March 3rd. So just really feel ready and go to that exam hall. Make sure you have all of your stationery, clear pouch, clear water bottle, clear everything. Simple. You go in, it's just another timed practice test or timed worksheet. If tests make you feel nervous, the timed worksheet, you've done it multiple times this year before, you've done it multiple times for the past 3 days. So just feel ready. That's the biggest thing. Okay, guys, you've got this. Crush that exam and do as well as you can. You've got this, like, no matter what. If you just follow your schedule, you give yourself the chance, stay determined, and that's all you need. That's really all you need. Then you come back, and that's it. Relax, happy. Next exam, tomorrow's problem, right? Next exam is think about that later, right? That's it for me. Peace.